I'm Ray.
I'm Candace.
Welcome to Unpacking Coffee. This week,
Bluebeard Coffee Roasters from Tacoma.
Bluebeard Coffee, Tacoma, Washington. Bluebeard Coffee, Tacoma, Washington.
First of all, new set.
oh yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah, where did this
pretty
set
fun.
come from anyway? What's this doing here?
I built it with my hands with my friend Amy Ruppel.
Nice.
We cut this wood. It was pretty amazing experience.
How am I doing? I didn't even.
We match.
I really
And,
like my flannels. This brings me back to high school.
It's very Tacoma of you. Yeah. I went to high school in Federal Way,
Okay.
which is very close to Tacoma. And I grew up driving to Tacoma to get single cassettes at the Tower Records. So I chatted with Kevin McLaughlin, who's the founder of Bluebeard, when he was here in Portland. So he came into our studio at 8 a.m. after a long night of hanging out with other coffee folks.
Basically my wife got pregnant, and it was like, oh shit, we either need to do this now or we may never do it. My name is Kevin McLaughlin, and I'm from Bluebeard Coffee Roasters in Tacoma, Washington. I was a Latin Americanist in school, international studies. Always kind of liked coffee, but it was always kind of tertiary. So I ended up working with Ed Liebrich in coffee. So I'd talked to Ed for years. Ed's my first cousin. Got my hands on the roaster and felt like I just kind of pushed myself at every part of the process as fast as I could. I learned a ton, but we'd had our eye on Tacoma. We moved from Seattle to Tacoma and started a coffee company. I was interested in the community, and I'd always been like a reader of politics and a follower of that, but I never did anything in Seattle. And in Tacoma, small enough that I think just by being there and being engaged, it's like we kind of get to be a part of the process. And I would just drive around the city and kind of get lost and find these little neighborhoods, and found that space. At that point we didn't know very many people, but then once we opened our doors, it's such an easy way to get to know a community. It's a city of 200,000, which is, I mean, Portland's not that much bigger, but Tacoma feels a quarter. I mean, it seems like such a small community comparatively. For a lot of people, we're light, but I'm like, it's still like, compared to some of your Portland roasters, we're like a full medium roast. We're developing sugars and really, I mean, there's enough roast that you're getting some of that chocolate and caramel and sugar development. I'm like, Tacoma is still, it's not like people aren't doing it and doing it pretty well, but there's a need for what we're doing. Everybody was doing full city or full city plus. Our roasting style is shooting for balance. We want, bottom, middle, top. You actually, I think, met Rachel.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
She's our roaster.
Yeah.
And I'm still a part of the process and how we're developing coffees and what we're buying. I always thought, oh, we're gonna roast coffee and we'll build this big wholesale coffee roastery, and I'll live Ed Liebrich's life of golf and running around the world.
Yeah.
I mean, the Tao of Ed, or the Zen of Ed, is it something I think that those of us that have been in coffee for a while, we talk about it and we laugh about it,
Yeah.
and we admire it, but nobody else really has that, because everybody else has to have like a marketing and sales team, which was cool also, like to have a branding guy that isn't just thinking about like the weight of the logo, but how it should be weighted different and different. So I kind of had all these things out of the box, and really well done. Pat Snavely partly sunny in Ballard, Washington. People are always like, why Bluebeard? And it's kind of good to have a name where people they want to know why. You know, is it a pirate? Bluebeard was my cat growing up. Or there's this sordid French folktale. It's this love story, and then he leaves and he's like, you can't go into this room. If you do, it's like, it would ruin everything. And so she goes into the room, and then he comes home and he finds her and he's like, you've ruined everything. And then she runs up and signals her brothers, and then they come and they kill him. It's this love story gone awry. Like, everybody loses. I don't know, every folktale has this like pleasant morality takeaway kind of, and Bluebeard does not.
Do you remember when we met Kevin?
I think we met him through Ed, right?
At the La Marzocco 90th anniversary party last year at SCA.
Right. We had actually seen this design, definitely a year or two before we met him. The design is really nice. Simple, iconic design. I love the dark blue and the silver combination. It seems really fresh. And the way that the label wraps around a little bit with the little rough edge is cool. There's a little bit of like a sort of blind embossing going on.
Stop touching it.
It's a little one-way valve with the Bluebeard on it. Bluebeard Coffee Roasters of Tacoma, Washington.
Yeah.